Sorry, guys, we're just trying to kick out everybody else. So just let's see, I'm just trying to figure everything else here. So just be patient. Keep doing this. I can figure it.
Sorry.
Sorry, we're just trying to get this in order.
How are you?
Nope, grab it. Go ahead. How's everything? You made it?
Barely.
Barely. Oh, congratulations on your promotion. Look at her, she's the only one. Okay, good. The owl's here.
Got that.
Yes, it's here. Yes, it's here.
Oh, God.
All right. Just hold on. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Yes. Oh, you look at you. You're popular.
I come back another time. I'm back. I've been here last week, and I'm here again.
No, you're a popular lady.
No, tired.
Right. Let's see. We got here. Lucia is coming back, and then we can. Sure. Yes, we're starting. All right. Lucia, I need package those. So
You need a package, bro.
actually, wait. Hold on.
Oh, so there's one him.
No, that's fine.
This?
No.
I know. I don't know.
I got my coffee right here
Oh,
to
see,
keep me
you're
awake.
I take drink coffee but one time a day. That's in the morning.
That's my
Every time
usual,
one, it's on the other.
but every once in a while there's an exception.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, everybody, I'm back, and we're gonna start our next meeting. Let me just hit this to
I've
record.
been busy.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right, before we begin, we'd just like to let everyone know that this is being recorded, and anything that is said can be for at a later date. All right, Alan and Tatiana.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Newman. First of all, Sheila Small called earlier to say that she would not be able to make it this evening, but should be available to join us online. She sends her regrets. It was unavoidable. We're here obviously to go over the proposed budgets for 2027. And with that, I'm going to hand it right back. 27, right?
Yes, because we do go 2 years in advance. We don't go 1 year. No, this is response. You think you can be ahead of us, Andre? All right, listen
So
up.
with that, I'm gonna hand it over.
You
to
got it.
Sheila.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna share the screen here that says what we have. And let's see, the escape. We just gotta get this one out. Sorry, guy. Gotta get out this one. Escape. There we go. All right. Okay.
I think the first one is on page 8.
Oh, wait, before we begin that. All right, so, what we got, sent in the news, what do you call it, in your agendas, was, certain things that you're going to go over tonight. We're going to go over the economic development first. It has a lot more of things that you can choose from. In the, look at your agenda, in the package, there's a beige, is that beige? Burgundy color that says housing, economic, and land use. In land use, there's nothing that they can ask for in the capital or existing expense, so they're not here. Housing's here, economic is here, and basically these are the items or resources that these agencies can do for the community board. So what you see is in your package is actually what do you call it? What was given 2 years ago, which was in 2024. And these are the response that they gave us this past year, saying as you could read, some of them said, what they call it, agency supports, they can accommodate. Some of them said agency can't support and cannot accommodate, and please remove. We're going to go over each and every one of them that is under economic and under housing. So hopefully you guys looked at the Burgundy page. Look at it. If you haven't looked at it, look at it later on. Right now, we're just going to go over pretty much what is given. And like Alan said, the first one that we have come across is on page 8. So I'm going to stop sharing this one. And page 8 in the the people on the screen sees it. It's a colorful one. Page 8, and it's number 18. So as you can see, we have asked them to support the what do you call it? Using the uh investing in the infrastructure that would support growth in commercial business district. And we asked them to use getting more of, I guess, towers in the area where it will help speed up the internet. Because as you know, a lot of the local business need Wi-Fi now and stuff like that. So we're asking them to do so. As you can see, the agency says agency supported but can't accommodate. Please resubmit. So we're going to resubmit this. Is there any questions on this?
So what was the reason for resubmitting it?
Because they don't have the money at this time. That's basically what they're trying to say. They like the idea because it's a useful idea, but because they don't want to say they're this is not their priority. It's not their priority. It's our priority, but not theirs.
What's the chance that they're gonna do the same thing?
If
Maybe we have to rephrase it.
What? No, because what's going to happen here is if we don't ask, just because they say no, doesn't mean that need isn't there. So the need is still there. It's just that they said no this year. Okay. So think of it that way. It might not, it's not a hard no. It's just a no and not at this time. So
You retract to the need and say that it's kind of urgent thing. Maybe.
you're talking about 59 other community boards, and they're going to say the same thing too. They're going to say ours is more important, and I hate to say this, but if the one who screams the loudest, they're going to get the oil, and because or people who have more money, like the financial district area, I'm sure they asked this already. Guess what? They got it already. But that's because also, if you realize they're downtown Brooklyn, they're downtown Manhattan, where their resources of the headquarters of Verizon, Cablevision, they're there already. For us, they're going to the outer borough to get to us. So it's harder for them to do so. So guess what? We're not on the top of their list. But we finally, just give you a hint, we finally got NYC Link on West Fifth Street. Has anyone gone to West Fifth Street? There's a little kiosk there that stands up, and people have been plugging their phones in there. It's a wayfinder. And they finally got down to us, but it took us 5 or 6 years asking each year, saying to them, we need it down here. But that's just one. We need more than just one. So as you can see, you need it on the boardwalk, you need it, on the subway stations there. It's a lot of internal things that it eventually they get to us. They had to get to Central Brooklyn first before getting to outer Brooklyn, because once they get to us, they can't jump to us and then forget everyone in between. It just doesn't work that way. They have to work downward, and we're the last on their line. All right.
Sophia, has SBS or any of the, they said make a request through there. Have these organizations ever provided it for any other area?
Yeah, they're downtown Brooklyn. Like I said, these are other. This is what we pulled from their resources.
No, what they're saying is they're saying they can't accommodate, but they're telling us to make the request through SBS and NYCOTI.
So
Have we
CTI.
done, we'll do that as well?
Yes, we will do
Okay.
that as well. Also, okay, so the next one is page 9 and number 22. And okay, this was one of the to build or expand affordable work or lab research lab spaces relating to key industry such as film and TV, advanced manufacturing, life science, healthcare, renewable energy, and freight maritime. We want to build an incubator. We would like a research lab that will entice small business to grow. With this increasing rental space, a huge overhead cost to start a business, incubator can address these issues. So of course, we want this, but they can't accommodate, but they said resubmit. So we're going to do it again and see what they say. Like I said, a lot of these, the majority of these, I would say about 90, 98, 99% are pretty much the same answers here. We've gotten some, one or two of them passed, like the dog run. I don't know if anyone remembers, after the park, finally getting dog run. We've been pushing that, and they finally are giving it. But the others, like the sanitation garage, we've been asking that for the last 40 years, 20 years, 40 years. Annette knows because she used to work over here on West 21st Street, and every year they just renew their lease every 5 years, and but they need a new location. So we're always going to put that in there until they say yes. All right. The next one, let's see, is on page 10. Page 10 and number, let's see, 27. This says invest in capital project. Well, as you can see, we need a ferry at the ocean side at Steeplechase Pier. Of course, the agency who said this is Economic EDC. They said they cannot support and accommodate remove requests. No, we want them to look into it closer and see what can be done. Like I said, just because they say no now doesn't mean that we can't get a ferry. It just timing or technology changes. All right. So any question on that? For the people who don't know, they did try to build a ferry on Coney Island Creek. Didn't work. It was what do you call it? A hardship for the people who were going to run it because of the dredging they would have every year. So they didn't do it, and the other solution was to do it at the ocean side. Okay, before we go on, we're going to go to the expense part. Now,
Hold on a second, let me ask you a funny stuff.
mhm.
It's been back and forth with that ferry stuff. Maybe Oceanside is not a good thing. Maybe.
Okay, then what's the
maybe
solution then?
We can give them an option, because every time you go in, we want to hear, they deny, we want to hear, they deny. Maybe it's better to ask them what they can offer, because we need a ferry, we don't want to direct them where to build. That's the thing.
The ferry in
Because
itself.
city is the ferry, no matter
Sure.
what.
Yes, the ferry in itself is going to cost at least $90 million. A budget to build a ferry is usually under 20 million. So the question is, who's going to flip off the difference of 70 million? The city doesn't want to do it because that'd be the most expensive ferry ever being built, and because of that, it's being put on hold. Meaning the what do you call it? Elected officials, if they want to, can put money into it towards it, or other capital people, private investment can do it also. But at this time, we're leaving it in there for that reason. Now, if you did read your burgundy sheet that you have there, we finished the capital part for the economic. Is there anything in there? Look at your sheets for the capital that might want to that perk your ears and saying, you know what, maybe we can do something better or something. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Okay, and I don't putting you guys on the spot, but if you guys do figure out something, you can bring it up to the board next week on the 25th, which is a Thursday, and say, you know what, I thought about this over the weekend, and you know what, maybe we need XYZ here. And can we put it into the what do you call it, district needs, and we will discuss it and see if it does. Okay, so not to put anyone on the spot. All right. So the next part is expense. Expense is basically anything that's not capital. Means it's a project written or program written things that you could do with economic. So our first one is on page 20 and is number 11. And let's see, page 20.
I don't have that.
Oh, someone give a book, please. He doesn't have a book.
Somebody get it to him.
Or you can share. You can share too. Oh, stop hogging it. Okay, so page 20, number 11. So as you can see, we just went over the bid. What we talked about in the land use just now was to formulate a bid. As they mentioned, is this has been going back since 2016, but we've been asking for it prior to that, well, longer than that. But now, as you can see, it took 10 years basically, almost 10 years just to get where they are now, to get this off the ground. Because what we see is happening in Brighton Beach bid, why can't we do it here in Coney Island? And and right now they just had the meeting prior to this from 6:30 to 7 and voted yes for it. So come next week, they'll vote for the full board, and then it will go to the borough president, then it'll go to the city council, and then within 6 months to a year, they will kick it off a new bid. The bid, of course, entails Coney Island, which is Mermaid Avenue, and the amusement area. So it's a big bid. It's a two type of bid where it's one is amusement and one is the commercial strip, but they come together and they pay the amount for what is required. So is that okay? So see, it supports and accommodate, but they also say remove request. No, we're not going to remove it until they finish it. Okay, so until then, it's still going to be here for this bid. All right, any question on that? All right, no question. Next one is page 22. 22, number 16. And this one is, this is basically, like I said, support development local storefront facade program. We just need to support the facade program for the area. SBS does have one, and they said that we have to get this going through their the guide for the commercial district. But when the bid comes in, this is what they'll be doing. So I'm not, you know what, we're leaving it here until it happens. Then we can take it off because we know that the bid's going to be doing that project. But until then, you know what, if they can give us money to do it, we'll take it. Any question with that? Ron, could you please take your name off the screen? It does not, you do not need to be on the Zoom and over there. Thank you. All right. All right, the next one is on page 24. Yes, number 22, which is, all right, this is, yeah, it says invest in access to low cost financing and financial initiative to help businesses construct and improve job creation, retention, and catalyze new capital investment. We need tax exempt incentive programs to help the neighborhood businesses to construct and improve space. This will help entice business to come into the area. And of course, the agencies, they can do it. They have their tax ID by IDA, which I'm not sure what IDA stands for, but we can find out. But this is what they respond. We could remove this only because it does support it and it does accommodate it. And eventually the bid will take over that and they would continue doing that too. So is it okay for you guys? We're gonna take off number 22.
Because it seems like we have a lot of traction, right?
And also with the incentive that is happening right now, is going to, well, with a bid coming in and the new construction, all this is going to come hand in hand. I'm not sure what the IDA group,
What's the idea?
I know IDA. Someone type in IDA. And it's not Jeff's wife. So so what we're going to do, Yes.
It's EDC's development package,
oh, okay.
YCIDA. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly what our thing is.
So what will happen is when the bid comes in, they will ask the EDC to continue that program for them. Okay.
Basically, it's a low income.
Yeah,
There's nothing
we're
to
in
do.
low income.
So, what's the
It's to help the neighborhood, right, to improve.
different thing?
So it's different from 421A for.
No. 421A is housing. This is strictly for commercial. Yes. And like I said, EDC does provide tax incentive through their IDA program. So we're going to take it off. Okay, we're gonna take it off because it does provide it. So number 22 is we're gonna take it off.
That's a little bit confusing because you can't help business or improve, job creation by, by helping low income
Mhm.
individuals, because business and low income individuals is two different things. People who create the business who provide the jobs, there's nothing to do with IDA program, the way that I'm reading it. I don't understand it.
I also want to mention that if you look, 20 Island Phase 2, that building that was constructed by using 421
Yes.
program.
Mhm.
The first floor is completely commercial.
Commercial.
Right, the ground. floor.
Okay.
So they have stores, they have
Good.
offices there, and I think it's, in all these new buildings.
There's a mixed use, yeah, it's a mixed use on the bottom where they will have commercial and then with an overlay of residential on top of it.
Right.
And that's what they're doing, but for the IDA, we're gonna take this off so that what do you call it, we don't have to worry about. The bid will worry about it when it comes in and ask more for tax exemptions programs, and I'm sure they'll
Yeah, you
EDC would have it.
Fund
EDC under EDC.
EDA program,
Yeah.
because that's different than what you're reading.
I'm just reading what it says.
Okay.
No, no,
No, but the explanation says it here. Is it?
is this the same one? Okay.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
thing is, when I read something
Mhm.
and it does not match what I read,
Mhm.
oh, it's inconsistency. When it's inconsistency, I don't wanna do anything, so let it be the way it is.
But
Yeah,
it's saying
good,
the
good.
program provides financial incentives such as property tax exemption and sales tax waivers to private companies to encourage economic growth and job creation.
I
et
would
cetera, et
just
cetera.
let the city to provide,
Yeah.
means to create the jobs in this neighborhood.
Okay, all right,
The
all right.
way as it's stated here, not the way that they say, well, we can accommodate, but they don't do nothing. They said, okay, go to IDA program. That's the different thing.
Okay.
We're asking city to do something and they direct our concerns to some other agency.
Okay, so then you would like us to keep this in
I
there?
think that it is.
Okay.
But it's an existing program, so we don't need to request it if it's
Okay.
open. I think
Mm.
it
If
should be
it's-
education to the
existed, why
businesses
you-
that
why
do
we
not
asking for
know.
that? Well, if it's existed, why are we asking for that then?
No, but do we know of anybody who received the grants from this program?
I
No,
don't
we
think
haven't.
so.
No, we
Right.
haven't.
In our area?
Nobody.
Okay, so-
It doesn't say grant.
It's not grant. It's
if
incentive.
You apply for it
Mm.
and then you can get the waivers for
Taxes.
your taxes, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like a
Only
program.
if you're low income.
So
And we're low
It
income,
doesn't-
but we're low income,
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah.
But how you can create the jobs?
And the owner has to be a low income.
In the low income neighborhood,
That
in the
makes no
low
sense
income
to
neighborhood,
them.
in the low income neighborhood. Yeah, yeah. No, they can't open a business if they can't afford to pay the rent. No. This is for a low income neighborhood. So,
We're not talking about neighborhood. We're talking about the request. The way I read, we want to invest in some sort of access for businesses to create the jobs or get some retention of a job. And now the city is saying, okay, we can accommodate that, go there. So
okay,
it's a
all
little
right.
bit different what we're asking.
No,
I think we should
this is,
keep-
this here is a wish list. Remember that. This isn't something that just because we said we want it, they're gonna give it to us. Here it said that they actually have it and they're going to, if you want it now, this is your IDA program. So if you want to, we'll leave it in it. I have no problem, just leave it.
What they're saying, if your business is in a low income neighborhood, you can apply for
Yes,
this, right?
yes.
That's what they're
And
saying.
that's what it comes down to. And they said that,
Yeah,
it does provide tax exemption
Gotta be careful.
for
First
IDA.
you go for BID
Yeah,
program.
tax
You
incentives to
request for
support
BID,
business
they
growth.
give us a BID
Yeah,
and now
you,
saying we
you're
low
business
income.
owner, you in a
This
low
is-
income
that's
neighborhood, you
not-
can
Well-
apply for this, so you can bring
So
your
the
business.
program
Yeah,
is
yeah,
already
yeah, yeah. So you can bring your program into the neighborhood. If that's great.
Because once we get a BID, so now all the, the landlords, they will have to pay more taxes and the property goes up in price and now it's not the low income anymore. Now everything goes up.
Good.
And the city gonna say, okay, guys, you just improve your area, you have your BID program, everything is in order, we give you everything, why are you asking for low income? Because you're not no longer a low income area.
No, but we have about 10 nitrogen developments. Which are.
It's not gonna change, and that's not gonna change overnight. Once the people who are well off, they leave, and then they get replaced by other people who are low income also. So there'll always be that revolving door in there for low income in the stable. NYCHA is not leaving, trust me, it's not leaving. It's gonna be here, and we have to work with them, whether they're residents for a long time or residents that are here that's new. So it is the income level of a NYCHA is not going to change. It's always going to be low income. Okay, and the buildings are not leaving. They're always going to be here too. Okay, so all right, the deal here then is we're going to keep it the same so that it doesn't hurt to ask. And like I said, when the bid comes in, they can go and pursue this more in detail. But like I said, we can ask for it. It doesn't hurt. All right, so next page is on number 26. Ron, you're still on. All right. Number 26 we have is, yep, 26, 27. Number 27, which is to support the local CBO, which is community-based organization, efforts to provide or expand retail attraction and retention assistance. We continue to do this. Basically, this is basically what we're asking for is to get the bid in place. And what SBS has done is they've continued to award them to have a formulation grant to make sure that this can happen. So other than that, it's still there until they become a bid. Any question with that? No. Okay. Next one. Which one was the next one? Next one is number 37. Workforce one, request, which, 28, number 37. Page 28. Yeah, I am. I marked my pages. All right, number 37, which is other workforce development request. For people who do not know, Workforce One used to have a storefront here. They used to have a storefront here because of Sandy, and within the last 2 or 3 years, they just took it away. Our request is we still want one here. And of course, their answer is, they want to continue just to, do it. But until they do get one here, it's still gonna be here as our wish list, okay? All right, so other than that,
Oh, I see.
yep, that's so looking or knowing what you see and hear with economic development around you, is there anything that's missing from this budget wish list? Okay, what can happen? Look at your burgundy sheet and see, if there's anything that you guys are missing. Because these type of things, things change. The composition of Coney Island has changed with the new high rises. Technologies change. What we've done in one of the two things in the other ones was we put in a new feature about the drones. People always say, why you care about drones? Because it helps the police, it helps the fire department with either crowd control, fire, high-rise fire, things that will let them see things that we can't see. And because of that, we requested them to put in drones as as the budget item. Something like that changes. 5 years ago, we would never have thought of that because it just was not inconceivable. Mark, go ahead.
I'm assuming it's under economic development. Is there anything we can ask for to promote new supermarkets and new drugstore chains, as we've kind of lost
Yeah,
almost everything?
I think the drugstore we could do. The supermarket, there is fresh something, not Fresh Direct, fresh. We're in the farm program. What do you call? Yeah, no,
Well,
no.
that's what.
There's a program there's a program in what do you call it, in the city that gives incentive for supermarkets to be built in low income area. We because we're a food desert, right? Food desert, and we need more fresh fruits and stuff like that. This area is entitled for that incentive. I think that one of the group that has taken it was Shop Fair, the new supermarket on 19th Street and Surf. So it does work in getting that. But I like your idea about the drugstore because we lost 2 or 3 drugstores in the last 3 or 5 years, and they haven't been occupied. Rite Aid's one. The other one is Walgreens missing now on Coney Island. I don't know.
The Walgreens at 713 Brighton is also gone.
Sure. So there are things that
And the Dwayne Reed also on Ocean
and
Parkway.
Dwayne,
and
well,
Brighton
the
Beach.
Dwayne we got
Dwayne Reed.
replaced by Telco, so that's
good.
a good thing, I guess. But it's not a drugstore. Yeah, it's not a drugstore. So I think we could ask for what do you call it? Is it big box? It's not big box. It's more
Chain, I think it's chain
chain.
drugstores. The prices are usually better. The
Sure,
prescription prices are usually better, and the other, medical crap you need
Okay.
or may need.
We could put that at
Thank you.
we can put that under capital, and put it in there where it might say something about other needs, and we can just say we're looking for more chain or mom and pop what do you call it, drugstore to fill in the gap. Because I know that and the other thing, I don't know if you guys have, but there's no more dry cleaners.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I thought it was just me. And dry cleaners too. I hate to say this, but there's no dry cleaners in Coney Island. There might be in Brighton Beach, but there's not one in Coney Island. There's a lot of laundromats, a lot of what do you call it, other things, but no dry cleaners. The last one left about 6 months ago, and I was like, oh, where do I go now? And it's a need, it's a need. Okay, good point, Mark. We'll put that in at the very end of the capital part since it's new. And other than that, okay, yes. Fish store. Well, there was a fish store on Surf Avenue that was takeout fish. Yes, it was the Alaskan fish, one right next to the one on 30th and Surf. It was the seafood boy one, but it did have fish, but it did have some fish. It did have some fish in there.
Fish market.
Fish market. Okay, no, fish market too. But we could definitely put that in. I don't mind putting that in. What I'll do is that we can put in. We need some necessity stores such as drugstore, dry cleaner, and fish store, et cetera, because there are other things that will come up that we would have missed, but it doesn't. But it'll leave it open. It'll leave it open. Okay. All right. So other than that, the economic. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer, and
I know
all right.
that's in planning for transportation oriented infrastructure.
Right.
Is it supposed to be just a ferry or?
Under which part? Show what page?
It says page 22.
Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry, guys. We just wait. Okay. Economic and development investment, and yeah, basically I would say that would be the ferry, just looking under the ferry part. If there's other things, what is your suggestion? Let's put it that way. Okay. Mm. Mm.
As the population grows and we want to make this, a neighborhood where people continue to spend locally, we need more transportation for people to want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
No.
And the ferry is great, but like maybe more express trains or shuttle buses.
Sure.
Or.
That's a very good point, and I hope you read my weekly newsletter, because in there has that letter that says about the transportation. Oh, hold on, Cliff. About the transportation. You have only less than 2 months to fill out that form, just to say, we need more things. Only because this is, like I said, is a wish list for 2 years from now. The other one, they're going to publish something within the next 6 months. So, which is good because it takes everything that we put in an account, from bottleneck to gridlock to everything else that you can imagine that's problem in Coney Island and Brighton Beach, and try to fix it. And not that they are going to fix it, but try to fix it. All right. Yeah, okay.
When it comes to like things that written on here where it says like priority 27,
Yeah.
16 or whatever, does it matter the grade?
No, we mentioned this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. What happens is it used to be where they would take only top three, and then they was just say, yes, these are the three that we're only looking at. Now they just take it and everybody, all the numbers that you put in here is equal. There's no preference for them to at all. We put it in preference only because we just like to put things like the boardwalk. We want to know that the boardwalk wants to be fixed. That's up there. Trauma one center, that we wanted the level one center at the South Brooklyn Hospital. We want something like that to be up there. But if it had to throw it in, it doesn't matter for them. For them, the number does not matter at all. So it's just more of just putting it, numbering it so that you know where to look for it next year. Okay. So, but it is a good question. Yes, Andre.
It was a very good point about the transportation. We're not interested with economic development. In order to develop the area economically, we need a good roads. We good and different ways of transport. I'm not talking about different ways of transportation. As she said, it's a different thing. I want to say that how often you drive during the daytime to Seagate on Neptune. Basically, it's like a parking lot.
Yeah. No. You're right. I see that.
Saying that we have only one in the Coney Island. We have only one outlet to highway.
Yes.
And the city, I mean, the Coney Island is growing crazy.
Yes.
Trust me, in a couple of years, everybody gonna be choking. Not be able to leave the Coney Island, not able to come in.
Well,
so the city, they don't want to, they don't want to build, the ferry or whatever. Maybe it's a time to start a little bit pushing them to ask them to build a little bit of some kind of bridge to get to the highway state.
So Alex,
enough space.
Yeah. So
it's really only maybe like 200 feet on the water. It's the easiest way to build a bridge.
Okay, so
and you don't want to build this ferry. No, that's what I'm
No, I know what you're saying. I do.
They don't need that, they don't need that water anymore. They can build the bridge.
So what I would do is talk to our Senator Alex Prokrasny because he always been pushing this. He's been telling us in the community in general that all the developments that are happening, nobody has thought about exiting the place when there's an emergency. His thoughts was to build a bridge, according to Alfie Davis, that he wanted to build a bridge over. There's two sites, one over by Six Diamond because that's closer to the out to the highway, or one over by Dryer Opperman, which is kind of hard because it's parkland, and parkland is hard to take over and then try to resort it somewhere else. But the idea is there. But he has the money. We don't have the money. See, ours is the wish list. See,
when people start talking about
no, which is right.
Developing,
yes,
give it to the population. The population start thinking, start talking about
all right. I'll put it in there. I'll put this. We could say that. We could say about a bridge over Coney Island Creek. Okay, so we could definitely put that in there for the Coney Island Creek.
Everybody, go ahead. Is it closed yet, the survey?
Which one?
The DOT?
No, not yet. Not you have like
Put in and put in because that
put
bubble
in,
is
put in.
ridiculous.
Sure. Yeah. Oh no, well that goes to federal too. It goes into city, state, and federal. Because when you go over water, you have to go into international water. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, definitely. That too. There's a lot of things, but like you said, it's not gonna happen overnight either. But if you don't talk about it, it's never gonna happen.
Exactly.
Put it in
So
though.
don't put in. I don't mind. I think that's a very good idea because something like this,
A 10
you
minute
two,
run. Now
no.
Mark Twain
When Mark
is
Twain gets out, yeah, it's just ridiculous. All right, so yes. Oh, good. Sure, go ahead.
Or this thing, I was just about the ferry.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's first question is the same question is, when, about the ferry, go ferry to Far Rockaway. So, so, so when, so the question is, how we going to build the ferry to Rockland
Yeah.
or Staten Island?
And not to us. Yeah. The whole thing there was, they are, what do you call it, their docks or their pier is in the Jamaica Bay, which is an inlet. So they're not on the outside of the ocean, which is a little bit rougher. We on Coney Island side has part of the ocean that is exposed to the pier, and we get what they call wave action, and it's not good for the pier or the people on the beach. So their way of breaking it is to put a breakwater wall along the pier so that it will be able to dock there. But that water wall costs about 90 million, give or take. And and it works. It's just more of the initial part going there. Trust me, there will be a lot of people coming here year round if the ferry came here. Ferries in other places where they never had before, they go there. So it's a proven fact. It's just a question of making it safe for the people who are going to and from, and hoping that something like this is sooner than later. Because the longer that waits, the more expensive it's going to be. We know that something that could have been 20 million is 50 million now. So we're like you said, we just gotta push it more quicker. All right. So on this note, we're gonna switch over to the housing group. Yes. No, that was capital. Yes, the capital project. So we're gonna switch over now to our other hat, which is the housing group. All right. So
Economic development can go.
no. Stay. You want to listen to this? This is your other group that's in the neighborhood. This should be fine. Oh, no, actually, housing isn't as much as we would like it to be. But we're gonna go to page 6 for our capital part. Page 6.
Don't you think this is input for the housing group?
Yes, this is for the housing group now. Sure. Okay. So on page 6, is number 12, which is important. We always say this is important only because we want them to install security cameras or make the what do you call it, safety upgrades. Of course, NYCHA buildings are the ones that we want them to put cameras there. They don't have it. They just don't. They don't. If you ask anyone here from NYCHA, as far as I know, they don't. And if they do, it's very sparse. But they all need it. And of course, the agency does not support it and cannot accommodate and remove it. No, just because they don't want it doesn't mean that is not a need. And we think that we need them more to,
But what's the
concentrate on
reason
this.
why they-
Maintain it, manage it, everything else. Once you put a camera down, now you have to have another person to monitor it. And because you can't just let it run and then they're gonna say, well, why didn't you stop when there was a crime in action? So, but oh wait, Sheila, do they have cameras in NYCHA buildings? Wait, okay, louder. I can't hear you. You gotta unmute yourself. But how many of them? All of them or? Wait, unmute. Can you see? Wait.
But most of it,
There you go.
Can you
Wait.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. We have CCTV in our buildings in all my 6 buildings, I have the CCTVs, and most of the NYCHA buildings do have it.
Okay.
However, that was when Dominic Recchia was there. He provided the cameras and the funding for it for us.
Yeah.
So we still need more. So
Yeah.
yes,
Hold on.
absolutely.
Okay, we're definitely keeping this in. It's just more like you said. Not everyone had it, and if they do, it's also outdated too. I'm sure
Right.
you need
Well,
newer.
mine's aren't outdated, and I'm getting ready to get an upgrade. So we
Oh,
can use the funding.
Definitely with the upgrade. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
good. All
Thank
right.
you. All
All
right.
right. So we definitely gonna leave this here. Okay. Is there any questions to this or? All right. It's a good thing. All right. So skipping because there's nothing in so you have to realize in capital there's not much things that we can ask for because we have it already. we have affordable developments already, so we don't need to ask for more affordable development. And this is just for housing. Yes, we have enough. So everything now is going to expense. So turn to page 26. What number do you have? 19, sorry, 19, sorry, guys. 19. Oh, yes, 19, page 19. Oh, wait, actually, I have one other one. Yes, it is 19, number 7. Number 19, number 7. Sorry, guys. Yes, here we go. All right, now for people who don't know what this is a what do you call it, to provide more HPD programs and services. There's a program that does community outreach, which is called the CCC program. CCC program is a community consultant something. And it begins and it basically deals with groups like Brighton Neighborhood Association, BNA, and they deal with housing issue or resident issue, tenant issues. And we always need that program there. So so as you can see, Nitrogen just wrote a whole thing. But but we still need them to, oh, there you go. It's called Community Consultant Contract. Okay. And we just need them to continue using this. So oh, and another thing is whenever you is homeowners too. And but if you look closely on the text, how we write it, sometimes even though they say that they support it and put it in, we always put the word continue support. The reason why we put the continue support is, let's give you an example. Let's say we had Meals on Wheels. We supported it 1 year, and what happened is next year we take it off. We take it off for 5 consecutive years because we think it's still there. But then come the 6th year, it's not there, and the person or the group said, well, why didn't you ever support us? And we said, well, it's been supported, but we just since you got the funding for it, we don't need to put it in every year. But because we heard something that if we didn't say anything about it, it means that it didn't exist or it wasn't a need anymore. So what we do here is we put the word continue support to provide community outreach. So it shows that, yes, we know that they've gotten it and we know that it's still good and we still want it to be in there so that later on, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, this comes up again. They say, well, you never supported it after that year. And, not making us look bad, but it's just something that we told them that, you know what, I don't care if this is being repeated or repetitive. It's more that it's in there saying that it's still a continued support and we want it there. So don't feel that, why is it repeated? Didn't we get it right? And you know what? No, we want it there because we know it can be cut off, later on. And we just want to show that we do support it. Okay. All right. So now we can turn to number 26. Now it's number 26.
Page 26, item 29.
You got it. 26, page 26, item number 29. This one is to, this is a good thing. It's just basically provide, expand, and enhance emergency housing programs for household displaced by fire or city issue vacate order. Basically, we just said, yes, we continue to support the emergency housing for household. And tenants need to be housed in other locations while repairs are made. And we just want it to be there so that we know that we support it and it shouldn't be taken away. And especially with all these new fires happening, with what do you call it, with new electric batteries and stuff like that. We just don't want people to be displaced. And based on that, that's it for housing. Housing didn't have as much programs that we thought that would be in. But you guys have the chart in front of you that we could put in anything? Go ahead.
I think Red Cross takes care of this.
Which one was that again?
No.
Red Cross does that. Yes.
So people for displaced.
Yes, they do it too. Yes. No, leave it. Because it's just basically say we're continue supporting emergency housing for.
No item, so, provided spend and enhance, capital projects, NYCHA, such as a replacement of old boilers.
They're doing that right now. If I remember right, all the boilers are being raised to the second floor, because of the
Sandy.
relief. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking about that, I heard that Coney Island Houses has a new community center that's
Yes.
going to be open soon. And it's built on top of the, what do you call it, the new boiler and generator hot water and heating system, which is a good thing. So we don't, not that we don't have to put it in, it's just that anywhere in Coney Island are doing it right now. They are doing it because of Sandy, and everything is no longer on the first floor.
Yeah, but this is a priority, maybe some elected officials give money.
No,
Hakeem Jeffrey gave $1 million to replace Surfside's water tank. So he gave
but see, I'm not sure if we know specifically the types of problems that are happening in those type of development. Though those type of things, they have their own budget. We just suggest to them what is needed. For us, as what was given from FEMA slash from Sandy relief, they allocated that directly. So whether it's being finished, I mean, I would say about 50% is done, because I know Kerry Garden has started on their what do you call it, their parking lot playground area where they built up the generator. It's almost finished. And what do you call it? I'm not even sure where it is, or Dwyer, where you guys are, has done it too. So you have Dwyer, Coney Island, what do you call it? Coney Island Houses, Kerry Gardens. I know Haber Houses has done it too. What has happened in Haber Houses, they've taken a room or two away from their senior center, which is not good, because that means that they have less room to go and socialize, and also they're also displaced because they can't be in the place of construction. So Rabbi Wiener is helping out with that for the time being, and until they finish doing it, they'll go back to their senior center, but they'll have one or two less room because the generators now are in that place of what do you call it, of the center. So yes.
On the format of registration, where it says column 1.
Which one?
number,
Which one?
at the beginning of the beginning.
Okay.
That is one for me again,
Tell me which one. Yes, priority 1. Yes.
that is one for me,
Okay. Which is a CS?
No, she's talking about the priority numbers.
first page.
Okay. Priority note is assigned by community board. Yes. Okay. The year. It also supposed to put in the year, but I don't know if the year shows up on here.
What do you mean by that?
If you look at, let's say, the first 3 digits, 213, 213, and then it says 2026. It shouldn't say 2026. It should say the year that it was actually put in. For some reason, we have a new program. That's why you see all the request information different. Usually in the past, for the people who have been in here in the past, the explanation was, we don't have the funding, go ask your elected officials. If you have seen that, there is not one part in here that says it. And we said that too. It's like, okay, so we don't ask our elected officials. But so what happened was, for some reason, all the tracking numbers says 2026, which is not true. Okay. They're it's gonna start doing it from here on, the date. But we know, like, the sanitation garage, it's been done since 1999, easily 1999, before the turn of the century, and it's always been there. But it doesn't, for something like that, it doesn't show the date of that. So I'm sorry that it doesn't, but that I'm looking at it, and there is no way that you could tell what year it came from. But in the future, it will show it.
She's talking about the priority number.
The priority where it says layout of budget request pages, and it says column 1 priority number. The priority assigned by the community board reflects the importance of the request as compared to its other requests.
Okay.
That's what she's talking
All right.
about.
right now, we spoke to many other community boards and they said it's not, does not matter at all.
So why is that there?
Like I said, we asked them, and they told us that. That's what they told us. We asked, who is it? Lucy, when she did her in CB1, Lucy Acevedo. And she told us that the numbers does not matter anymore. So it went across all the community boards. So whether this needs to be changed and tell them that, you know, the number is important, it's not important. For us, it doesn't mean anything. So if something that just came in now is number one, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be handled as number one.
I think we should follow up because everybody always asks that question at every meeting.
Yeah, we can follow up on it, okay?
Because
Yeah,
what I'm.
yeah, no, but we found that out from the previous year too. They should change it, but I didn't put this together. They put this together, okay? Yeah.
That the power does not stand by up that becoming progressive, that PC's number one is gonna count the priority. And then other community boards, which communities I've spoken with, have said that's a very cynical way of looking at it, and the numbers do count, they do matter, so.
Yeah, okay, all right. Like I said, I can find out more about it. It doesn't hurt to find out.
Right.
Yeah, no, understood. I understand. It's like saying one doesn't mean it's not number one. I understand that. It, for us, we know that, you know, all the numbers are coming together, that when it puts it, when they look at it in general, it doesn't mean anything to them.
But it should.
They should change the wording on here for it so that it doesn't, you know, people like you guys won't be upset, because I know it's like saying, well, mine number one is not number one, is number 15, and it should be moved up. No, we did that back then. Trust me, we did do this back then about, I would say 15 years ago, 20 years ago, where people literally said, I want to be number in the top 10. And we're like, okay, why? And then they were like saying, because our top 10 were able to be looked. We found out that it was the top 5 that were only ones were looked at. And based on that, people were fighting to be in that top 5, you know, and, you know, the question is, what entails the importance of one over the other? And when it really comes down to it, is protecting the shoreline. Everybody doesn't realize that if you don't protect the shoreline, everything else is moot. You know, you don't have a boardwalk, guess what? You didn't protect the boardwalk. If you don't have a trauma center, you didn't protect the shoreline. You know, because look, everything else you have to realize. You talk about the environment that comes in there in that priority. If you don't protect that part first, everything else doesn't matter. All right, but you know, but we, you know, put everything else. Good.
The only thing with that is
Mm.
the fact that you said before that, a lot of those priorities have been a priority for over a decade.
Mhm.
And we all know the definition of insanity is doing
Yep.
the same thing over and over again and nothing changes.
Yes,
So what are we doing? That's the question.
they don't have the money.
So why is it there?
Just because it just, if we don't put it in there, doesn't mean that the need isn't there. The need is always there. The question is, do we remind them every time?
You have the need there,
Mhm.
but since priorities don't matter, put it at 29. But you
I
have,
find,
you have, what you have here? You have what you just read for, what is this, housing. You have provide 29, provide, expand, enhance emergency housing programs for households displaced by fires or city issued vacate orders. And then when you flip the page, 26 is provide more public art. That's a higher priority.
but
than
see,
public
but you're
vehicles.
taking it, see, remember, you're putting each one differently, because remember, there's 10 of these. There's 10 different groups of this. We have housing, we have transportation, we have parks, we have economic. All of these are 10. Each one of them have their top 3, top 5, whatever you would call it, in their category. So now once you have top, you know, what do you call it, 5 in each category, now you have to blend them all together.
Right,
How do you blend them all together?
by reprioritizing everybody's priority.
But by who? Whose standard? You see, that's the question.
Vote,
You-
vote,
But
put everything,
but
everything on the vote.
but you see, for something like that now, you're asking, saying what is more important than another person. Whereas if it is, remember, if it doesn't go past 10 or it doesn't go past 5, then everything else is just a number. You see, right now you're asking them to make it a number concrete so that they will look at it. By the time they get to number 29, 27, they haven't even looked at past 5. You see what I'm saying? If you make them look beyond 100, they're gonna like say, yo, it doesn't matter at that point. I know what you're saying. Yo, what makes number 26 more important than the other one? I understand that part very clearly. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. Some of the new ideas that you guys have right now is going to be put at the end because it's just new. You know, next year when it comes in, then you might say, "Oh, can we move it up?" Okay, we can move it up. But if not, it will just stay there again. You know.
You never know.
I think we should find out the
Yeah.
answer to
If
this
somebody in
question.
the city will look at this and say, oh, by the way, good project, let's do it. I don't know, they might find the funding and everything at once, but most important, I think that, it's not the numbers that you put, that you assign on the thing, it's how the community board advertise it to
Mhm.
population.
Yeah.
And if the population, like, local people know that, start talking about, it, start discussing it, you know,
Mhm.
it's gonna get to the city much faster than
Mhm.
it's just a priority number.
Sure. I think what comes down here is more of, as they always say, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. So whoever wants to yell louder or talk to their elected officials or talk to the city agency, because the city agency, Brent, they have 58 other community boards too to look at. We're not the only one that's doing this and making sure that our voices get heard. It's more of who our elected officials are to help us out. And then from there, is it their priority too? Because just because we say it's our priority, now the question is it our elected officials' priority?
You have to be, that, well, like, the city is their priority.
Understood. No, good point. It is. But that's the whole thing. With something like that, I'm glad you guys brought it up because something like this, not everyone sees it. Because why aren't our neighbors here to tell us what's wrong with their block or why isn't certain things being addressed?
But isn't it what we?
But they should be here too. You see, we have 1,000 people on our mailing list.
Nobody trusts.
No, it's not trust. It's not trust. It's more. It's more of information. Yeah. Okay. Mm.
To build the Georgia Park,
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't get.
like a huge priority. Like, was it ever on the list?
All ours was on the list. Yes, it was on here. Trust me, it was on there. Yeah, it was there. You can check. You can check. John, yeah, trust me.
What priority was it?
Oh, it was like.
They came, you did a.
Sure.
But they-
Yeah.
they
Oh no,
told-
but that's a good point. But that's a good point with the doggy park. With the doggy park. It was like let's say 2017. Not us, but the people who were behind it, which is the friends of SLV Park. Told their elected officials that we wanted. Chaim Deutsch actually had a focus group, I remember, in the park asking their members what they wanted. The elected official came out to them. The elected official had a town hall meeting. You see what I'm saying?
That
They
goes to
could
what
tell
you just
them
said.
what you want, which is fine.
So you gotta go to your elected official.
But
make a
with
stink
our
to them.
That's
new
how you preserve the
Sure.
coastal line, yeah.
But with our elected officials, you have to remember, we have a new one coming in November. Who it is, I don't know, but we are going to have a new one, and based on that, the person has to know what we want. We will give them this and say this is what we have on our wish list and what we asked for in the past, and hopefully they can fulfill. Oh, no. But we don't know what committee he's on. You see what I'm saying? If he's on housing, that's great. If he's on parks, okay, that's good too, but if he's on sanitation, they're like, okay, now what can you do? You can get us the garage now. You see, something like that. But it's more of who your elected officials are and what they can fight for. And they should. But the only thing is, the one that we have now is outgoing, which is fine. But the new one we have to teach whoever is he, she, and whoever, they have to understand this is what Coney Island wants or Brighton Beach wants, and make it known. Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to propose another.
Yeah, go. Here.
I don't know if this is, I think this is something that a lot of areas in the city would be interested in. I don't know if there's a place for it, but, since we're talking about housing and things that make housing more expensive, there's a lot of local laws that the city has passed, and I know they're well intended, but boy, do they come down hard on our local houses and the people who live in them who are lower and working class.
Mm.
And the city really should be subsidizing these things and not putting all the money on the housing. So is there something we could put in here that
Yeah.
says subsidize the local laws that you are?
I think that's more a policy. I think that's more a policy than a wish list. Because what you're asking for is more something that happened in the city of Yes, which you have to read because it's this thick. It's 1,000 pages, and they go through everything that you wouldn't even believe. Like there was a place in there that says that they can house lithium batteries in a warehouse, and in our district on CB 18 and CB 15, they were going to go under the radar. They actually had one over here on Stillwell, but they realized that it was too small for them. But they were going to sneak it in because City of Yes. City of Yes is a policy that it was written in there because it was this much thing that nobody who had that much time to read it and understand it and digest it to the rest of the people, they passed things through. Certain things that you're asking for, might have helped in the City of Yes, but I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you, detail for detail because it was even other groups don't understand it, and to this day. Yeah.
Local 196.
That's capital.
Yeah.
Has to do with.
The high rise.
No, carbon emissions.
It's killing.
Oh, yeah,
It's killing us.
they have to go green. They have to go green. Yeah,
Yes.
that part, all the buildings have to do that by 2030.
Mhm.
Right? In 20, you know. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, they know. That's why they're doing it. They're hurrying it. Yeah. Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that's why a lot of the cleaners closed down because they had to buy some kind of new, they had to redo something and they couldn't afford
Yeah,
it. That's the reason why.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Something, yeah, that's the reason why, they lady said, that's why they had to close, because they had to update their machines or
The
something.
machines on.
And
Yeah.
they said it cost too much money, this new thing that they wanted, so they couldn't stay open.
So one of the biggest cleaners on, I think it's on Main Street
Mm.
or 9th Street in Park Slope,
Mm.
they closed too.
Oh wow.
And they were,
Sure.
and they had great contracts.
Wow.
They had all the restaurants.
Wow.
And
They
even
up
them,
and go.
they couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah, they
because
said, but it's a
of
new
all-
thing, they
Yeah.
had,
was, and
they
that-
couldn't, so they closed down, they couldn't.
All of us,
they
the
couldn't-
same
You
as you.
charge somebody, when you're charging them 50 cents to clean their aprons, how are you gonna
Sure,
charge
sure.
them now $3?
Oh yeah.
All restaurants
Sure.
can keep up with that.
Sure. Sure.
So what I'm hearing you say though is we can't ask them for,
Mhm.
to help our housing meet compliance.
Elected officials?
Yeah, I mean, those are, I would say, with the elected officials, with their policy, if they want to get something going, because they have to read,
Right.
like you said, the City of Yes, because that in itself, it has a lot of things that, if not us,
And everything.
it's the building department that has to be familiar with all these rules.
Government ain't giving us no money,
Yeah.
we're gonna get it from.
Yeah, yeah, and the federal government too, federal government, yeah.
The
Mm.
Programs,
Yeah.
but they want you to continue to do stuff and you can't
Yeah.
do something, they
Yeah.
cutting out a program.
Yeah.
And they're
That
not
was
giving the
all
money
part of
no
that
more.
Whole
So-
resiliency plan.
Yeah.
And the same thing with our stoves, because
Yeah.
once that
Sure,
passes
electric,
and your
yep.
stove goes cuckoo, you gotta buy an
You gotta
electric.
buy an electric stove, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
convert, you can't, I have a gas stove right now, but
Yeah.
like I
yeah.
said,
Once it
they
goes,
make
that's
you
it.
go electric, then what are they gonna do when everybody go electric and the power go out?
Yep. Sure, not that. Sure.
Oh, go back to gas.
You can't.
Sure.
So it's
Okay.
money.
All right.
It's a different wiring.
It is, yeah.
For that, who gonna, they gonna give us the money to do it?
That's
We gotta
gonna
bring
be the
an
problem.
electrician, then who gotta pay for
Yeah.
that? I gotta pay for that.
It's not the point. City doesn't really understand that when everybody gonna switch to 220, their wiring on the ground
Yeah.
and above
They
is
ain't
not
think-
sufficient.
They didn't
The
know,
whole
think
city
about
Okay.
that
run
yet.
out.
They didn't think about that part.
Okay, all right, so if there's no other question, or if you do figure something out between now and the 25th, bring it up. But right now, we're going to put this here. we'll find out the ranking. Yeah, I'll find out more in detail because I know the other community board, they told me they don't care. They just put it. But I will find out. I'll see if I can get them in writing, but see, knowing them, they won't probably put it in writing because they won't.
But what about?
But I'll ask. Sure. But I asked Lucy and she said they're no. Oh, no, she works at CV1. No, she,
We're gonna ask.
yeah, we're gonna Carol. We're gonna ask Carol. We're gonna ask Carol. Yes. Right, we're gonna, all right, so other than that, guys, thank you very much. I'll ask Carol Ann, yes, Ron,
Fence add-on, I
what's that?
have a housing. fence
Okay,
add-on,
what is it?
right? So, this is from Community Board 15 Sheepshead Bay, this was listed over a year ago, number 21. This is Niger Public Housing, improved public housing maintenance and cleanliness. This is to the extreme repair backlog that's so bad, it's not gonna be fixed now, it's not gonna be fixed in 2 years for a wish list, it's gonna take years to fix. And they wrote out, we have been receiving an influx of calls from Niger Sheepshead, Notion houses located in our district because of unreasonably long wait times for repairs, including broken front doors, very serious safety issues, broken ovens and other appliances, plumbing issues, and generally unsanitary living conditions. The maintenance system in public housing is broken. The prolonged waits are unacceptable. Additional on-site maintenance crews are needed to expedite the warranty of habitability. I personally observed the issues involving Niger Public Housing. There's broken front lobby doors, side exit doors, weeks, sometimes even months at a
Okay.
time. It should go on the list as an add-on. Where you put it is up to the committee.
I
but it needs to
can
be
figure out.
addressed. I strongly recommend, it's a very serious safety issue. This board is not addressing. it.
Okay,
I
all
asked
right.
the chair.
Okay, wait.
When you see go, please add it on.
Okay, wait. Okay, Sheila, can you get on, and just give me your 2 cents? Because she lives in NYCHA. And she is, what do you call it? A person, tenant leader. Oh, no, understood. All right, so, Sheila, do you think we could put something like this in there dealing with, what do you call it? Ask the maintenance people to do the job.
You know
more
what? He's absolutely right.
Okay.
However, it depends on what development you're in. We've had that problem with the maintenance and the long ticket waiting for the plumber or for any skilled trades. It's always a long wait. So he's absolutely right on that.
Okay.
However, if you put that in, you need to get in touch with capital projects for them to hire more skilled trades, because that is something that is an internal problem.
We
So
don't
if
do
they
that
don't
much.
have the people, if they don't have the people to do it, and they don't have the manpower, then it's still gonna go on that way. And they're saying because Knights is not getting all the funding that we used to get, and we're even getting less this time around, that it's gonna be worse. So if there's capital money that can go there, that'd be great.
Okay, so what we could do in capital part is to see if they could have something dealing with maintenance for NYCHA building.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
And it's not really maintenance, it's skilled trades.
Skilled trade. That's what she said.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
All right. We'll put it in there. All right. And that we won't have a problem with.
No problem with the. But
Isn't that expense?
We'll find out which will be in there, okay? Whether it's expense or capital. It most likely be expense because it's maintenance and not a capital project.
I'm gonna say this.
No. Let me correct you. It's capital. It's capital because they need big money to hire these skilled trade people. The skilled trades people are like dwindling off, and they're lazy and they're overworked. It's not a lot of people. I'm serious. I'm very serious. I promise you. It's they have, let's say a handful of people doing all the boroughs. It's crazy.
All right. Okay. Then we'll definitely look at it.
There are the people who's skilled not to be lazy too.
Well, you know what? Like I said,
we'll give them the money first. We'll give them the money
get
first.
the money, get the money,
give
get
the money
the
first.
people, get the money, then you get the
Yes.
people, and
Got it.
hopefully you'll have people to do more, because you can't, you know what I'm saying, get blood out of a turnip.
You got it.
After a while, you get burnt. You know what I'm saying? It's
NYCHA
not
is
that
totally
they're
different.
lazy, they get burnt.
Yeah, but Okay, but like I said, we can put it in, we can work on the actual, wording of it. If it could be put in capital, we'll put it in capital. If not, it'll be an expense. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank
Any
you.
other questions? Cliff?
Yeah. Yeah, because the delay was just cut me off. So I'm gonna say is that, it's just to add on, because I have no problem with the maintenance. Because, back in the day, we didn't have no, in my house, we didn't have no electricity since until our house was night. And so I could come back from government, and I was so happy that we got our electricity
Okay.
during the Sandy. So
Oh, yeah, no, we know, yeah.
So next week is priming week.
That's it.
And, in my new house.
Okay,
Something else in here about like the exterminators.
that rat,
and how they didn't have enough money for skilled laborers.
was that the rat, the rat abatement and stuff like, but that was under health, that was under health. But,
They already shot you down in one way.
yeah, if it could be done. All right, thank you everyone, for this meeting. Wednesday is our last meeting for Parks, Environmental and Resiliency. So if you're on it, come back. It's a fun one because Parks has a lot of things that's in there, trust me.
Motion to close.
Right? You got it. Motion, close, second, Tom. Thank you.